He's always playing a game, and he's got a cool name. Chaz Marler, Paradise, Paradise. Chaz.
Hello, I'm Chaz Marler, welcoming you to a very special episode of Paradise Paradise's Behind the Scenes series. Because today, I'm going to be speaking with fellow board game blogger Tox from Crits Happen. When I was starting out, there were 3 reviewers that motivated me to start Paradise Paradise, and Tox was one of them. As Tox's viewership has grown over the last few years, so has his presence in the board game industry, to the point where just this last week, he was announced as Arcane Wonders' new VP of Business Development. Now, this is an achievement that I'm absolutely in no way completely jealous about. Tox joins me from the Paradise Paradise Studio Annex, which just happens to look exactly like his Crits Happen studio.
Thanks. Hi, Chaz. Hi, Paradise fans. You know, Chaz, I have to admit, your set is really very comforting. It feels just like home.
Well, replicating your studio was no problem at all, considering how often I've watched you. Watched you? That sounds creepy. It's more like I've been, studying you, dissecting your every move for countless months. Years even. Alright, let's start off by talking about Crits Happen. For viewers that may not be familiar with it, could you share a little bit of what your site's about and what led you to start it?
Yeah, so Crits Happen started as a blog site in 2008, and then in 2011 we started a YouTube channel. It's been really popular. We've grown very well over the last couple of years, especially since we added video. And it is where we talk about everything in the tabletop game industry. We will go through overviews of games and provide you critiques of them. We'll go through playthroughs of games. We'll do critical previews, and we like to balance it between big name publishers and independent publishers alike.
You're kind of known for branding nearly all your content with a critical prefix. Critical strikes, critical reviews, critical situations, crit lists, critiques, and so on. So it sounds to me like you're always thinking of new critical categories to try out.
Yeah, the name Crits Happen was given to us by a fan, a good friend of mine actually, and it itself is a play on words. So we just kind of ran with it, and it just kind of kept perpetuating itself into what it is now.
Were there any critical categories that just didn't make the cut?
Well, you know, I was actually thinking of making a video when the Olympics were going on here recently and calling it critical curling, but I didn't have all the time or all the right props, but in my mind it was superb.
And speaking of cut, you recently published a photo of a young Tox in need of a haircut. Perhaps this Morris mullet could be the basis of a new category, critical cuts. I could certainly contribute a few segments myself.
Yeah, you know, I try to keep Crits Happen focused on the tabletop game industry, Chaz. I don't think critical cuts would really work, and really anything past bald and a goatee would probably get a miss from me anyway.
I have even taken the liberty of drawing up a logo for your new critical cut segment. Huh? Well, I'll let you mull that over. Okay, in the meantime, let's get to my questions for you about your new position at Arcane Wonders.
Yes, please.
Was Crits Happen the vehicle that eventually opened the door for this opportunity for you at Arcane Wonders?
Well, in a way it did. I actually met Brian Pope, who is the designer of Mage Wars and the owner of Arcane Wonders, at Gen Con 2012. And I probably wouldn't have been there if it wasn't for me doing Crits Happen. So yeah, it did kind of lead me to the moment where it all started. Don't necessarily think that anyone reached out to anyone else because of that, because we actually met at a dinner through another friend of ours. I knew this person through the review circles. Brian had met them through promoting Mage Wars, and we ended up connecting at dinner. We immediately hit it off. He is a great guy. Brian just has this infectious personality, which is one of the reasons I actually wanted to come and work for Arcane Wonders and work for him. And over the course of the next year, year and a half, we talked, we kept in constant contact, developed a friendship, and developed a good business relationship. And then one thing kind of led to another, and late last year in 2013, we started talking about what it would mean for me to come on and be part of the team, what he would want me focused on, how it would all work out logistically, and everything went very well. We had some great talks. I talked with my family, obviously prioritized, what their needs were and what my goals were, and it all worked out. And now I'm sitting here talking to you as Vice President of Arcane Wonders Business Development.
And what are your duties at Arcane Wonders and for Mage Wars in general going to be?
My job is going to be to get shackled at a table and play Mage Wars 16 hours a day. And I am really ready to do... No, I'm kidding. That's not what it's going to be. I wish it was, as much as I wish it was. My job is going to be twofold. It's going to be focused on growing Mage Wars, the game, and growing Arcane Wonders, the company. So we have a tremendous game and a phenomenal community of players that are playing this game worldwide right now. But there are markets that we want to get into that we haven't gotten into yet. So part of my role is going to be working with distributors and retailers to help have that happen and foster that growth. Then at the same time, looking at other opportunities that could maybe enrich and enhance the portfolio for Arcane Wonders as well, and maybe provide people experiences that aren't necessarily Mage Wars and something different. Also, as you may have heard, on Tuesday, March 18th, we actually announced we were going to be bringing out our first game that's not part of the Mage Wars universe in the world of Etheria. That's called Sheriff of Nottingham, and we're really excited about this. It's a game of haves and have-nots. It's going to be something in the Robin Hood universe that's family-friendly, that was actually brought to us by the Dice Tower, so we're really happy and proud to be partnering with them about this game. It's going to be very fun. Like I said, it's going to be family-friendly, and it's going to put you in a role that you've probably never been in before inside of the Robin Hood universe, where players are actually going to get to play as peasants and as a Sheriff of Nottingham. So it's going to provide a really unique experience and one that's going to be fun for the whole family.
So, I imagine that part of your job duties are going to be developing new content for Mage Wars?
So actually not as much as you might think. Brian Pope and Aaron Grossman, Aaron is our creative director, they kind of have the reins in terms of design and creation, and they've got some great ideas. We have mapped out quite a few products that are going to be coming out both for Mage Wars and for other things, and it's going to be really exciting. I think fans are really going to like it. But my role is really going to be focused around working twofold. One with the distributors and the retailers to help them sell more Mage Wars products, and then also to work with the fans and the community and listen to what they want, both from Mage Wars and from other products from Arcane Wonders as well.
Listening to the fans. Well, it just so happens that I have some Mage Wars specific ideas to pitch. Would you mind?
Okay, what are your ideas?
All right. First, I incorporated the mullet from your new Critical Cut segment into a design for a new hair metal warlock character. Yeah.
I don't think we can use that.
No worries. Oh, how about this? How about a new creature, the Podcaster? He's an elite, extremely witty creature who is secretly battling a bad case of head lice.
Lice? Are they undead lice? No, okay, never mind. Never mind.
Alrighty. How about this? A new spell, Thrift Sift, in which your creature demos a game that they found at a local thrift shop in front of your opponent's creatures. And there's a chance that the creatures go insane and they're removed from the game.
First off, no. Second off, no. Third, did you just plug yourself on your own podcast? I thought only rappers were allowed to plug themselves in their own work.
You're welcome to use any of those. I am full of ideas.
You're certainly full of something.
Cool. Well, there's at least 3 Mage Wars ideas that you can chew on. But perhaps we should get back to the interview now. I think I have a few more questions for you. Yeah. And most of them do seem to be mullet related.
That's okay, Chaz. We were just finishing up.
We were?
We were.
We were.
Yes, Chaz. And you were going to play more Mage Wars.
Really? I don't think that... Oh. I guess I am going to go play it. Okay. What are the odds that he was going to choose Mage Wars?
Well, that looks like all the time we have for this episode of Behind the Scenes, folks. Thanks so much for watching. Keep rolling those dice, and we hope they're all...
crits! Look at all that critical damage. Thanks to Tox for joining me today. And everyone else, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. All right, here we go. Ooh, much worse roll this time. Ooh, I lose.
Paradise, paradise.
Was that good? I'll do it again for 5,000, but no. I'm done. I'm out of here. This is, okay.